Hey, Susan, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I started thinking that maybe I wasn't going to go live. I started wondering. I said, you know what? I do want to go ahead and just do it on my phone, but I promise you, every time I push live on my phone rings. So I said, no, I'm going to see what this computer do. And if this Wi-Fi wants to act up and not let me in, then I'm just going to accept it. I'm just going to accept it. I just won't be going live, I guess. But I'm here. I'm here. So just when I was going to give up, it said, no, go ahead, drop that line. Go ahead, drop that live. So here I am. Hey, everybody. I'm sure everybody is somewhere else watching something else or maybe doing some work on lunch or whatever. And that doesn't matter. I still was coming live. I still was coming live. Yeah, I think like I labeled this, I'm a work in progress because yesterday I put the question out and it was to women and men. Where do you see yourself right now? And I see myself as a work in progress. And even when I think about like all this stuff going on YouTube right now, and all the hate, the evil, the doxing, the abuse, the disrespect. Some of it was happening right in our faces, and I don't know. Why don't we ask the question like, if people were sitting on this kind of information, it was so important. Why is now the time we tell them? Like, are we really doing it to help or persuade people to something else? I have no idea. But here's where I'm gonna stay out of it. There's nothing other than the conversations that people were having in private chats that you can tell me about any of these people that I didn't already see for myself. I watched Auntie's advice. I watched her patiently. I didn't watch her because of this right now. And I've also watched that Auntie's advice, when everything started going south, she took herself completely out the equation, and she's doing great because of that. She separated herself from all toxic shit. And one thing, I don't speak for her or speak to her, but one thing I know is she doesn't want to be a part of this bullshit. I also know that at the end of the night, she does not stand for John Yates, because the same thing that you might say that Amber so-called did, he did it. He showed Auntie's advice of text from Lydia saying that she was an N and calling her all kinds of N's. But here was the thing. She didn't show her the text the day of. And that's what people around here on YouTube do. I got some information in April. I'm going to tell you in July. I got some information last year. I sat on it and laughed with that person, kiki with them. But now I'm going to tell you how they ain't shit for it. Sorry, I'm just bigger than it. And in my work in progress, that's how I came up with it. When I first did not like Amber, I did not like, and I've stated that very clearly. I didn't like her at first because I felt like, how do you stand behind a petition about something and then drop it? Because it's important. And so even like right now, when people are bringing up that whole thing, what they have to understand is all they're doing is making it be known that Lisa from 90 Day Fiance, who was with Usman, is a racist. If you want to get to the bottom of it, that's what it shows. It shows that she was married to a whole black man and calling him out of his name. So I don't think that's what y'all want to be showing, because I thought she's some of y'all girl. But that's the truth. So who's the worst in that? It's her. And then it'll make it like you just defend people who say it and everybody else is guilty. Oh, I'm guilty because they said it and they said it on my phone. No, they're guilty for saying it. Then, when I first heard of, and this is no diss because I'm not on anybody's side, but when I first heard of Tulsa, it was when her and Nosy Ho was getting into it. Like, I've been watching this shit all the way around the board. Some people I've literally became subscribers to from just listening to this BS. And I just wanted to hear every angle of the story. So I've heard it from every angle. I've watched it. And some parties that are involved right now had nothing to do with it in the beginning. And some people were enemies in the beginning. They did not mess with each other. And I don't judge, because half the people that kick it with each other now did not kick it with each other 2 years ago. Or they kicked it with each other, then they fell out with each other, then they dissed each other on levels I've never seen dissing before. I mean, come on. I used to hear nothing but bad stuff. Even when it came to Yahoo, I could just tell you what I've heard about people. And now I hear stuff coming up, and I'm like, wait, when did they care? John Yates said Nappy headed to about Brittany. And let me tell you something. I watched that whole thing when they got into each other. They both were saying disgusting things about each other. They were. But nobody cared, he said Nappy headed back there. Matter of fact, it was easier to talk about Brittany. And how she was disliked, she was this, she was a skank, she was a slut, she was a blotty, she was a this. You know her and old boy was sleeping together. That's all I heard. So I'm sorry if I don't jump, because you ready to jump. Then, like I said, a lot of people, the only reason they falling out and getting into this shit is either for clout, and I'm not saying everybody, but we have to decipher who is and who isn't, and fuck what they doing. What are you standing for? I don't care what somebody else stands for. What do you stand for? All this confusion, we ain't gonna get nothing done. And open the doors, because I've watched it. Like I said, 2 years ago, people were saying doxing, they had no clue. Now everybody named mama doxing. 2 years, it was bad to even throw somebody's kid in a picture. Now we doing the worst things to these kids. We threatening them every second. It just gets worse. Let's see. People done put up monkeys for my people, called us nappy-headed. They done threw the nigger word out all day. I'm not calling it the N-word. It's got nothing but worse. And then who you want to ride with you the hardest is the people being humiliated the most. All these people sitting on the fire telling me to watch out not to get burned. Y'all burning everybody. Hey, and like I said, in the real world, if you come to me with information that you set on that could have helped me a couple of months ago, I'm going to fuck you up first. Because you could have helped us. Don't make it important if it wasn't even important to you. Somebody who sat on anything can't tell me nothing. Because I'm a work in progress. I had to address that. Because that is flooding YouTube right now. We supposed to, one thing about a petition, one thing about justice is you stand. Let me tell you something. When they had the any march, the Trail of Tears, anything like that, if you think it was just that race in it, you're crazy. We came together. And you didn't come together and say, well, I don't want you to think I'm like the white people that do this. No, you just came. And you know how you let them know that you was there? Because you showed up. But around here, hold on, I want to stand for something, but while I'm standing for it, I want to stand against too. While I'm trying to bring together, I want to divide at the same time. Because really all I'm trying to do is stand for my homie. And all I'm trying to do is stand because I don't like this person. Racism, like I said, is racism bigger than one person? And here's the thing, half the people on here are growing up against my race daily. They accidentally using words that degrade us every day. Accident. I didn't know. Oops, I didn't mean that by this. Let me tell y'all something. Real talk, facts. Like I said, when it comes to Dusty, I'm from Chicago. That's part of the roads. Get your dusty ass out of here. Get your dirty ass out of here. Dusty, dirty bum, buster, bum. But I can tell you what is offensive when people talk about the texture of your hair. When they talk about your hair. When they talk about kitchens and nappy and all that. That's a diss. That's a diss. When any other race calls us a monkey, it's a diss. I don't give a fuck who's calling me a monkey. Hey, Marianne, hit the clicker because I'm about to drop 8,000 F-bombs today. Who the fuck do these people think they are? And you know who you hurting? You hurting all the minorities. Yeah, you hurting all of them. You know you hurting all the people that stand by you and want to keep on fighting with you, but they like, damn, I don't stand for none of this. You know you hurt them subscribers who are tired of hearing y'all talk about the same motherfucking story every day. And then wait, one day you're telling me, I hate him. Look, matter of fact, here I got one better for you. Half the nicknames people got out here, they kick it with the people who gave them the nickname. What? So half these stories, we can't tell them without bringing the other people up in them. That's why the other day with the thing with Jess, I'm like, well, the truth is everybody's going to have an opinion. Because if you've been sitting here watching this, I've had an opinion. I made a video over a year ago about it. And I'm never going to take it down because I meant what I said at that time. But as it's unraveled, I'm like, it's several parties on here who are the mess to everything. They such a mess that even new players come in and now suddenly they tagging along with you. Me and you must never part. We all in this fight together. No, we not in no fight together. Because let me tell y'all, hey, real talk. The way this shit going, okay, petition done. He gone. What's next? What's next? What about all the people that during this we realize they need to be gone too? What about all the people who have enabled this and made this okay and kept it a secret and kept the text messages of racism and hate and betrayal and doxing? What about them? What about them? Don't open Pandora's box and then get mad that everybody saw what came out of it. So the point is we're supposed to be on racism. Let's stick to the point and let nothing take you from the point. And another thing, I'm waiting for the YouTuber who comes out and just tells the whole story for real with no bias. Not because everybody like to tell a story on the side of the team they on. So, if I tell the story, I don't want to diss. I don't want to diss these people. And if I tell a story, I don't want to diss these people. So I'm just gonna tell it where I'm only dissing the side I want to diss. No, Danny gonna tell you the story for real. I made it very clear so nobody can ever come tell you, oh yeah, Danny was so involved in this that when I heard on Auntie's advice that Amber was trying to be friends with I did. When I went on the first panel I ever went on was Sherelle's. And I came up there and she was trying to, hint to us she was bringing Amber. And I literally said on panel, see, so somebody couldn't come play this later and say, hey, Danny, so when you go in these archives, go find it all. Don't just watch the one tape somebody told you about. Go watch them all, y'all. And if they got them all, tell them produce them so you could see for yourself. But like I said, I came on it and I sure did. I said, don't bring her on here. Because the same woman she trying to take down, she about to be cool with. I just heard the messages on another channel. Then I was on Auntie's and I said, you know what? Because Sherelle shot that shit to the dust. It's on video. She said, oh, that just messed up an interview I'm going to do with Lisa. Wait, you finna interview a woman running around calling us ends? So then I said, oh, well, shoot, I don't want Auntie to think I was trying to throw, because I'm not throwing nobody on the bus, because I'm not a back and forth person. But like I said, I've been there before where you feel like I got to say something because maybe they didn't hear it. Maybe they don't watch that channel. And I went back and I told her, well, I hope it was nothing against us, but I just had to say that because that bothered me. That bothered me. That bothered me that a woman on a main channel, on a TV show that we are sitting here talking, I don't give a damn what's going on with her and Usman. I don't give a damn what went on with Amber and Usman. What I do give a damn about is that a woman sat there, used the N-word on this man several times, and even when they brought it up on the reunion, we tried to avoid it. Nah, get me to the real picture. So since they bringing that back up, it brought back up the anger I felt inside about that. The reason why these days I watch 90 Day Fiance like it ain't shit. The one of married, any woman married to an African on 90 Day Fiance, I look at them sideways. I sure do. I sure do. Then I watched that whole thing with Lisa taking the money from Usman and all. I watch how people was just, he was called all kind of everything because he was African. Ain't y'all diss Africa enough? But it's the motherland for all of us in reality. But I ain't gonna get into that. But if we go backwards, you'd have to know that. If you went backwards, you'd have to know that at one point it was John Yates on the panel with Sherelle and them. Adam was on the panel with Sherelle and them. Once upon a time, All About the Tea came on the panel. I only saw her like with Sherelle once. So if there was more, I didn't personally see those myself. You'll also have to know that when Amber came on Sherelle, it was so bad that Sherelle came up and basically told all her subscribers, and I know because when she said it, I was one that's unsubscribed, that if they had something against Amber, they could unfucking subscribe. And I did. Then I watched them turn. Then I watched they turn on each other. I watched how it built up. Then when AT2 came out about the thing with the young man, like I said, all this leads. But even some of these parties, they're not involved with the shit yet. The parties that are in knee-deep dancing in the shit, hey, all y'all with all these, you got all this stuff that could save something in your phone, but you holding to what? To save you. You don't care about us. You don't care about us. Was you giggling when it happened? Like I said, then I started hearing, like Rio. Rio came on. He said, what was it? Somebody, her name was like something with a cop in it, was calling them all kind of ends, using the word. I watched people in the thing say how she didn't mean it. You just don't know. She just got mad. I watched how everybody, when they got into it, Amzy got into it with him. She called him in. Oh, we forgot that. We all forgot. We forgot. I didn't forget. That's why I'm sitting here right now, because of these situations. No accountability for nobody. So what we need to start doing as subscriber and as people is saying, I'm holding all motherfuckers accountable who are accountable. Why do you have that in your phone? Why did they feel comfortable enough for you to say that? The best thing about Amber is at least she stood in front of a majority of these things before they even came to the light. Now, there's a couple of things she probably didn't bring up because she wasn't thinking about those, and she was addressing what she found to be the main thing. But when I say I have respect for Amber now, I do. And I really do, because I know that it had to go from no respect. None. Matter of fact, I thought I needed her so far off this platform, I needed her off YouTube. Now I get it. Because see, I would watch her old videos before any of this BS, and I'm like, man, she's cooking. This is her. This is the core of her. So I could speak honestly. So if somebody come later to say, I already told you. I told you that. It's no secret. You think I wasn't telling her that back then? You think every time she was seeing a comment from me, it wasn't telling her, trash cans and everything, every time. That don't mean I was right. I'm telling you the truth on what I was doing. That's a fact. Will I tell you that from October of 2000 until maybe about February of 2001, I felt so sorry for John Yates. I just knew that man was going to take his life and it was going to be on television. And it wasn't going to save nobody or help nobody. It was going to make shit even worse. I did feel sorry for him. But then I realized he was throwing gasoline in fires too. And that just like with him and Britney's argument, he's gonna always tell you about when she told him to go with Hitler's dick, to do that, to go get banged by Hitler. He gonna tell you that. But they was both saying nasty stuff. I watched it. And I watched them go on other shows and nobody gave a damn. Nobody stopped and said, whoa, brother. You and your husband run out calling that black woman a nappy head that's not sitting with me. No, they said I can't stand it anyway. I don't like her neither, so it's okay. So I'm sorry if I hear that and I don't jump to that. Because I was pissed about it 2 years ago. And I don't care for Britney. I don't know her. But I know when you talk about her like that, it affects me, my daughter, my mother, my sister, and every other black woman I know. Like I said, we'll spend more time apologizing for shit black people don't get mad about, and nobody's apologizing for stuff that degrades us, that gets us lynched, that gets us killed, that makes a police officer pull a gun out on my son. And you know, there's somebody that say, no, that's what y'all doing. But you ever been beat down, and you know when they say you keep on poking the bear? You know what you get? You get a society just like that. But what if these so-called same people decided, I won't no longer hurt my own, I'm going to hurt who hurt me? Maybe that's how they fighting wrong. I'm not here to justify that, because one thing is not what I'm talking about. To explain being treated like dirt is to explain, well, why do they kill each other? Well, what about when we wasn't killing each other? Because there was a time when black people wouldn't dare kill each other. They was holding each other. They was saving each other. They was pulling each other's dead bodies off of a tree and burying each other. So please don't tell me we always been killing each other. What about when we wasn't? I'm so sick of being the reason the world's so fucked up, but no one wants to look at when they fucked me up. I'm so sick of people standing for racism as they being fucking racist, as they being fucking prejudiced. And then it makes people who really want to stand say, I'm just not even gonna get in the fight. Y'all could have been took this man down. Like I said, we got people. Sure, you don't have a problem with it for 2 years. I watched you go from when I started, you had about, I know you didn't have more than 50,000 subscribers. You got 350,000 or more. Alone, you got the power. But we got to come out the other stuff. I've watched Danny stand strong and heavy. I've watched her come from behind The Voice Give us her. I will never, ever join a mess that could save something, because I don't want to be a part of the destruction that mess is going to make. I'm not going to be a part of the. Do you know what you're going to bring in? You're going to bring in blacks that are just stand against whites because they do. And they're going to swear that privilege means that they're allowed to do everything and anything they want to us and get away with it. You're not going to bring the ones who actually just want to see peace. They don't want to see you here neither. And you're going to bring in the whites who hate us just because we're black, who hate a Mexican just because you Mexican. I said, it's just sad. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me. And I've watched in the last week that we talking about everything but the problem. And nobody's saying, hey, y'all, how long you been sitting? How long was you going to sit on it? And how come it was okay for you to know it and do nothing about it, but now I should know it and do everything about it? Ask yourself that question. When all this confusion and all these stories come up, for anybody, I don't give a damn who the story about. Ask yourself, why now is the time you telling? How you had a platform and you didn't decide to give us this information when you could have? How were you ever cool with this person? How did you fall out with this person and become back cool with this person? What about the things you said about this person when you weren't cool with them? Did you really mean them or were you just saying them? And if you were just saying them and you didn't mean them, why should I believe you now? Ask yourself that question as anybody when you're in any situation. If you on the streets and one of your buddies suddenly come tell you about how your other buddy been talking about you, ask yourself why they felt comfortable enough to come talk to you about me. And then ask yourself why that person sat on it till right now. Ask yourself when somebody get into it with somebody, how many times did they get into it because they want to fight a cause, or did they get into it with it because the person turned on them and it's the way to get them back? Ask yourself that. And if you answer the question yes, yes, yes to any of them, or whoa, if you answer whoa, wait a minute, and you have to think like that, get the fuck away from them. I don't care who they are. Get away from them. Get away from them. I've heard some terrible things come out of people's mouth. And like I said, if you want to go into old videos, back 2 years ago, some of the stuff I literally got, because I went through my phone. I went through my 2,000 videos I got. And when I got to about 2 years ago, I got little clips of very important things. And I said, I forgot that person said that. I knew it was a reason I kept this. And then a lot of this stuff that's getting brought up reminds me of how sad it made me feel. And with so many things, everybody talking about what's going on in their world, what's going on in real life, what got going on, who was sick in their house, what went on, what their mental health is, what's this. But yet, you're the main parties in the bullshit. Like I said, when we break it down, we're going to hear several names the same, over and over and over. And here's the thing. Most of the names we're going to hear over and over again, they ain't been held accountable for none of the shit they did. There's no accountability. So if one getting away with another one's getting away, I'm not sitting here talking about none of them. I don't sit and judge nobody for your wrongs. I'm asking you, what are you doing today? What are you doing today? And if you're doing the same thing, then I'm not judging you. I just see where you at. I see that you living so deep in your pain, we ain't gonna get out of it. I'm not afraid to tell anybody what I think about anybody. And then I'm not afraid to tell you where I got that thought from. And like I said, I didn't want to tackle none of this because, see, all you're going to get is all the faking on YouTube. All the people who came in just to get a piece of what you're saying, just to give you the piece of their side of the story. How about I'm just going to tell the story and I'm going to say, this is what I saw on every angle. I watched people fall out because other people started talking with each other, and I watched the same people be friends. I've watched that all over YouTube. I've watched people give people nicknames, and now they homies. I've watched it on YouTube. I've watched people literally come up and say, I've had this in my phone for 7 months. Then why didn't you tell us 7 months ago? It wasn't important 7 months ago? I've watched people go to one side and get mad because people doing on the other side what they was just doing on the other side. What? And then mad because I'm not sitting around judging none of y'all? I'm not. I don't have no ill wills on none of y'all. But I'm going to be honest with myself about how some people were introduced. I'm going to be honest with myself about what I've watched with my own eyes, heard with my own ears. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest that I get tired of seeing subscribers get cussed out because they actually mentioned what they fucking saw. And we can't mention it until one of y'all bring it up, and then we can mention it. Now we can talk about it because they done gave us permission, y'all. They gave us permission to acknowledge what we seen with our own eyes. You got me fucked up. I'm a boss. I'm a grown up. None of y'all run me. And for all y'all who get to run off somebody else and who keep coming to pull and cheerleader and swing and fight for somebody else, here's what I'm going to tell you. Fight for your own fucking self. Because the same people you fighting for are turn on you tomorrow. And if you haven't seen that being done, then I guess you're not watching. Fight for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Because I notice everybody get quiet when you bring up somebody else's dirt. Oh shit. The same cheerleaders. What they cheerleading for yet? They quiet. They silent. Or they saying stuff. I don't remember that. I wasn't around when that happened. Look, I wasn't around. You heard about it. Because you want me to believe that everybody gives you all the tidbits and all the drama and the dirt on everybody, but they ain't give you no dirt on them. I don't even pick up dirt from people, and I had the dirt on them. So how you didn't have the dirt on them? It's just like a celebrity. I always tell people, if you know that about a celebrity, you think nobody else know? You don't even know them, so you know and they don't know. We don't know that the original person Lisa sent the whole end text to. So like I said, if we're going to be mad, if we mad at Lisa too, y'all going to call her up on the platform? Y'all going to show me those? Because like I told you, don't tell me a piece of no story. Tell me the whole story. Don't send me a clip of shit. Send me the whole story. Send me what happened before that led to this, and then send me what happened after this. Because that's the only way I'm going to get some kind of understanding. And I'm still going to be confused with half this shit. So like I said, half the stuff they bringing up, I've been doing. I've been waiting for somebody to been say it. Why didn't they? Then, like I said, if a subscriber dare say, hey, why do you have such and such on your channel? They get cussed out. But there was a point when you was telling your whole subscribers, if I catch you over in such and such, I don't mess with such and such. Did you know such and such did such and such? And such and your whole title is such and such name. I'm watching people stand for people who just a month ago, and this how much YouTube know that the subscribers, they don't know. They think the subscribers are stupid. This how stupid most content creators think the subscribers are. They don't even pull down the things where they were saying the opposite of what they saying now. They still have that shit in public records. And then some of y'all are members and can see the shit they got hidden and you not even watching it. So I don't watch a 40-minute video. I hate a long-ass video. You better watch it. You better watch it. Because all they do later on is give us clips of something that was already out there. They not showing me no secret video. And the only reason it's private now is because people realize you actually watching it and listening to it now. So, let me private that because you might hear where I'm lying about that I really stand against it because I was actually being it. Oh, let me get that out because I did actually say the F word myself. Oh, let me take that down because I did actually agree. Who sent you the video? And why did they send it to you? Did they send it to you and say, hey, hold that in your archives for the day you want? Because if you fighting like that, you part of the problem. All the people, that's like sitting around knowing who the killer is and not telling until they come kill somebody close to you. Now you want to tell the world about how you knew in 1989 they was the killer. Everybody knew. I'm going to cuss you out too. Please, when I see a problem, I say something. I see something, I say something. Because I look up, y'all, I promise you, and one day somebody will be bringing up, here's a clip of Danny on Sherelle saying that she doesn't think Amber should be on there. I'm telling you that myself. I'm telling you that I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things, and I'm still showing them respect. So don't pick and choose who I'm showing respect to if I'm showing you respect to. That's what's wrong. Everybody wants somebody to follow the leader, Rakim. You also want me to follow you. Follow you where the hell? Because that's what half of y'all going with these type of mentalities. And I got no heaven or hell to send you to, and I damn sure ain't going with you on your account. If I go to hell, let it be under my own things, what I did. Because I'm a work in progress. I am a work in progress. Most of us are. But I have to say that, like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Most of us are adults, so most of us been raised, right? Right or wrong, we've been raised. Some of the stuff going on, we should know better. In real life, can't nobody walk up to me and tell me some 6-month-old shit and then tell me how they cared that much, but this is the first time they spoke about it openly. They can't. Can't nobody come to me in real life and tell me that, oh, you know, me, you, and Mims was all friends, but really me and Mims been talking about you to me for a year. Hold on. Hello? Hey, what's on? Hold on, yeah. Hello? I'm so sorry, y'all. That was my son calling me because once again we talk about making bad decisions. My children decided to get into a fight with each other in an argument, and it got them both arrested. Now they're both upset that they were arrested for fighting and their brothers. This is what I'm talking about. We got to make bigger and better decisions as adults. At least with them, I can say they're 22 and 25 years old. But the stuff I'm seeing with these adults, and people 40, 50, 60. There's no way to tell them to calm down. How do you tell the youth it's a fighting chance? When as adults, we showing them, no, I'm just going to fight. That's the chance I got to fight. And I don't get it. And then it's always these people who, even like when I just talked to my son, where they don't see what they did. They only see that they reacted to what somebody else did, but your reaction has to have a consequence, just like their reaction had a consequence. I'm just, it's a headache. It's a headache. And I swear the bad side of me, the wrong side of me, the side of me that fights just as unfair as everybody else, just as unfair as my children, just as unfair as the people on here that's bad, just as unfair as people on here that are racist and want to pretend like they're not, just as bad as the people on here who are just acting a zip damn fool and want to hold everybody else accountable for what they're doing. You will never, I just told my son that I'm going to tell this to every fucking adult on here. You will never, ever hold anyone accountable while you're doing shit your damn self. This period. You're not going to be able to go smack the shit out of somebody in public and then tell me it's because they was acting a fool, because now so are you. You are not going to be able to talk about somebody's child and then tell me I can't talk about yours. You are not going to be able to diss some woman about her essay and tell me to protect yours. You are not going to be able to talk about somebody else's marriage and think yours is covered by God. You got to understand, once you put your foot in a motherfucking fire, you will be burned. You will be burned. I'm sick of all these fucking adults running around acting a zip damn fool, and a bunch of other adults are babying them and pacifying that shit. Hey, y'all, here's what I gotta say. I'm gonna come off of YouTube for a minute because I'm sick and fucking tired of the bullshit going on, and I'm tired of people making excuses for it. I'm tired of people justifying it. I'm tired of people telling me how they want to stand, and they're not freaking standing. I'm done with it. I'm tired of people only coming over when they think the topic is a reason for them to diss somebody else, and I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done with my race being the whole fucking country's reason for why the country is messed up, but yet we gonna name things when we wasn't doing nothing. And the same shit was going on, but you're going to keep telling me it's my fault, and you're going to keep believing it, and you're going to keep believing that all these people that tell you they innocent when they have videos out showing they're guilty. Not guilty because I said they guilty. Because I'm not here to say nobody guilty or innocent, but I'm here to say some of this shit, y'all, we could watch it ourselves. You don't want to watch a 42-minute video? Then don't talk about what happened in a 42-minute video. You didn't learn nothing off of 2 minutes of the video. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm just going to take a break because, like I said, in my world, all over this world and everything, it's just a bunch of people who are setting a blueprint to this fucked up world we live in. And they the biggest ones screaming and crying for peace, waving a fucking white flag, begging people to stop. I'm done. Like I said, this sector is sick. It's disgusting. And the worst part is it's disgusting like it is in this field with so many good fucking people who came over here to get from the pain the world was giving us during the pandemic, who came over here to enjoy talking about some shows. We can't even talk about the shows because, like I said, we got to remember that the castmates are running around calling people racial slurs, talking about people's religion, talking about people's sexuality. They just as messed up as the world we running from. I'm done fighting in a world that only want to see us all lose. You want to do it? You want to know one thing they make sure? That women don't get along. Thank you. Thanks for helping it. Thanks for making it so. Thanks for showing why I never kicked it with you. Thank you, y'all. Because see, somebody ain't sitting where I'm sitting, and you giving them more reason to hate on their sisters. Whether abortion right or wrong, didn't Roe versus Wade show you one thing? That the women's still the underdog. Huh? I heard once they said it's a white man's world. Still leaving the women out. I'm done. That's too much going on. Y'all have put somebody on the verge of the end. I'll leave it hopeless out here. But I know the truth is the revolution never dies. Only the revolutionaries. I know it. And like I said, even when I think about my sons, they're young. But it's no way in this world my voice could ever tell them to stop fighting the way they fight. And I'm not talking to each other, just fighting the system. Like I said, the greatest thing is YouTube is so big I could turn my back completely from over here and never look back. But it's no way I could leave all the people who need a safe place. They need somebody to stand for a real safety. Not because I need clicks and views. I don't need Cash App. I don't need you all to sit here just to fight and fuss with each other. Hold on. Hello. Hey, what's up? Sure. Mm. I can't hear you because of what? Hmm. Well, there shouldn't be one. It should just be when you go to court tomorrow. It shouldn't be one. It should be an I bond in the morning because it's a domestic dispute with family. So, but it's just gonna be the consequences. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be. But you want me to do what now? Sorry, guys. Let me just find this number and I'll be back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to give him a number and explain. Because, like I said, everybody, and that's the thing. Like I said, life reflects me to the situation, not the people. Like I said, so if anybody ain't grab the personal to get feel offended or that I'm talking about them, I'm sorry if you do, because it's not. But it's even like in real life. Anytime somebody does something wrong and there's consequence, they want to tell you what everybody did to them. And then they're mad because they think that you don't understand it's something that you've been poked, that you've been poked, that you've been poked. Yeah, we understand that. But I got to tell you where you made a mistake so you don't make that mistake again. And then be asking yourself, how did I end up here? You know, between YouTube, between the world, between my kids right now, I don't see any hope. I don't. And sadly, all I can see is the destruction that's coming. And everybody gonna sit back and talk about what they could have done. How it could be. Hmm. It just overwhelms me. It overwhelms me. Mm. When do we win? Every so-called Bible, the Bible, the Quran, it's called the Torah, all of them. I thought we win. When do we win? When? When do we win? Like I said, even with my sons, I'm not super stressed by that because I know, like I said, they'll spend the night in the morning, and that'll be on them because they'll have to learn something for deciding to fight your brother. So like I said, I used to come to YouTube to get away from the stresses, and this is more of a reminder of the pits of hell. I stopped watching the news because it's just the most depressing thing you ever seen in your life. In 2 years, I barely move around like I used to. I go to the same exact places because my anxiety about the world won't let me go no further. And in that, all I've tried to do is better myself in a world that is begging me to hate. And daily, I'm reminded, just get worse. Every day, just get worse. Mm. I'm just getting tired. It'll be somebody will say, "Oh, Danny, because she on this team, so she only saying I'm on the team for something, right? I'm on the team for all the people that's tired of hurting." I'm on the team of tired of being angry, tired of being wrong because I'm black. I'm tired of a bunch of shit. Tired. It's tiring. Time I turn on, like I said, even on Christmas, I think Christmas 2021, motherfuckers was still on here getting into it on Christmas. Like, we can't have a day. The day them shorties got killed in Uvalde, people were still on here talking about bullshit. Mothers of children were actually sitting on here still talking about bullshit. And I'm good. I'm good, Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna step out for a minute. Like, I'm gonna just come out for the minute. I don't know if I'm gonna come back today, and I'm trying to fight this feeling. Ugh. It's like the world just reminds me. You can't fight in the world that's fighting you. I promise you that. Uh, tell you. And I tell you, I hate to cry. Somebody is saying, "Oh, she crying because of her son. Oh, she crying. She crying because she just wants some sympathy." In a world that don't give you no sympathy. In a world that don't give a damn. Now I'm crying because the hurt is all the pain is the same. The pain for my sons, the pains for this world, the pains for my grandchildren to grow up in it. They heard you. They heard you good. Nino, they heard you. They heard you. Well, anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry that the same strength I have, it comes from the same things that strengthen me, that I'm fighting for, are the things that make me weak. I'm so sick of every time somebody do wrong, we gonna address everything but what we're talking about. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of being the example of what to shit on, what to say make the world bad, what to say is wrong. I'm so sick of losing the youth, losing my mind, losing the fight, losing. I'm just so sick, so tired. Sometimes I wonder if life really is just gonna be like a Picasso. No one is gonna see his greatness or his fight or what you was doing while you're here. Like I don't know no more. I don't. I don't. But I know when the hopelessness is in the youth, we lost. So even if I took the blame and say that the anger of my children come from the anger I once held in myself, that I'm trying to do better, I lost if they lose. If I say that I'm trying to do right and I'm sitting on a platform that grows, I've watched people whose content is garbage get so much juice off hate because that's what people want. Y'all want the pain. Y'all want to see people hurt. People would have killed to see John Yates kill himself on TV. Like, what we are is pathetic. And it's all these people who just want peace. And they're losing bigger. While all the people who love the mess are living, oh, they wet off this. They caught an erection off this. They get off this. Because you got to. You got to. Somewhere tonight, somebody's gonna be on live, shit shanking somebody, gonna have 1,000 mofos there for it. And someone gonna be trying to have a discussion about something real. You're gonna have 3 people there. Then you wonder why people come on and just want to get all in the bullshit. Why people love being in the mess. Why people thrive for the mess. Why people love living in the mess. YouTube is the best example of the world. Because it's got the same characters that's out there kicking up the dust, the ones fighting for the dust, everything. They all over here. They all over here. But y'all hold on. I'm about to rechannel. I'm gonna remember the battle I'm here fighting. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I got caught in a moment. And like I said, I love to say it was just my kids, because that's all I be talking about. I did that live earlier. It's how all this shit ties to me to one thing. You know, like I said, even when talking to my son, it just hit me like, oh yeah, that's the truth. Listen, you can't even see what you did wrong because you're so busy telling me what your brother did wrong. That's how it is all over here. Oh yeah, so they was wrong. And remember they had said, remember she was like, and she had said, what'd you say? Huh? It don't matter what I say. I told y'all, you know what they do on here. Here, I'm gonna show you the text message and what we was talking, but I'm not gonna show you what this person said because I want to hide that. Then you don't want change. You want to get somebody in trouble. That's called tattletale. You want who you want in trouble, and you don't even admit you was there. They was texting you and telling you that shit because you was part of the conversation. That's why. Because if you weren't, they would have never texted to you. Like I said, I tell any of my friends, if you come tell me somebody was shitting on me to you, I'm gonna say, why did they feel so comfortable to do that? Why they were saying it? Were you listening? Were you eating popcorn? Oh, you were defending me and they just kept talking? They gave you 2 hours worth of shit about me while you were defending it. Lies. Oh, wait. Did it happen yesterday? No, it happened a couple of months ago. It happened a couple of years ago. If you didn't tell me then, don't tell me now. Don't. I know when my friend really is my friend when they come tell me instantly. When they wait till they get into it with the person, they're not my friend. They just like the person they got into it with. You better know that. Like I said, let me see some of these comments, see what y'all saying. I pray because I'm holding this conversation. Ain't no bullshit going on in this chat, for real. I mean that. Because like I said, I'm not here to govern no adults, but I'm also here not to play with them either. That's to any adult. So even Nino said it. I don't even know what y'all. I don't know what muted my mic, guys. I'm so sorry. So I just spoke to everybody. Hey, Lala. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Mims. Hey, Susan. Hey, G5. Hey, Grandma 6. Hey, everybody. Oh, yeah, but it's selective stories. People tell you a piece of a story, and I'm supposed to come up with the same opinion you had off that piece. That's why they gave you that piece, because that piece might make me think like that. But what else was a part of this conversation? Like I said, I'm a strong believer of, if we were friends, how did somebody feel comfortable enough to come talk to you about me in such a bad way? And How did you sit on that this long and not tell me? Just like if I'm a content creator, how could I sit on like that'd be like me, guys, jumping up. Now, in October 7th, my channel will be a year old. That'll be like me jumping up in October and being like, hey y'all, hold on. Let me show y'all these videos where I could show you their races. I could show it. But the whole time I was telling you about it, I never brought come on, I'm not gonna do that. Just like I said, I never made it up since the moment I came out because I knew one day it would come up with the whole thing of with Amber that would be past the Usman story. I knew one day those stories would come up because that's just how YouTube is. YouTube is like high school. We just wait and talk about what you did freshman year. You know what I'm saying? We just wait to throw something in your face. Hold on, did you lose a kid? I'm gonna throw that in your face. Hold on, did you lose some weight? Did you put on some weight? I'm gonna throw that in your face. Hold on, is your nose big or crooked? I'm gonna throw that in your face. Hold on, did you hold on? Did you hold on? Did you? It's just a bunch of gossip. And then look, this how you know it's filled with gossip. Here goes a secret. Nobody knows what to do over here when you tell on yourself. When you say, hold on, let me show you this video when I did it. But most of them ain't gonna do that. They're gonna tell you what everybody else did. And then they're gonna even make sure when something come up and you be thinking, wait, what are they talking about with that? They're gonna go past that. We're gonna rough past that real quick. That's what they're gonna give you. The big shush. Nino, that show was for you too. That was for you too. Thank you, sir. But yeah, so you get a bunch of that on here. You get a bunch of it wasn't important 6 months ago, but now today is the most important thing in the world. And I want you all to say how important it is, even though I just been sitting on it and I ain't done nothing with it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the things I've seen. Like I said, I don't even watch. I watch 90 Day Fiance, but I don't watch it that much because when all this trash came out and when Lisa got away with the N word, I really kind of just looked at the whole company the same. Trash. That all 90 Day Fiance care about is them. And all them people on the show, all they care about is what check they gonna get. And they don't care that we living in a climax, and we're living in a world that is about to explode from this racism. It's about to go. Hey, they say the revolution will not be televised. It will not be over social media. They will not give you Twitter feeds to let you know it's coming. But we are pumping for something big that's going to end all the ones who don't want it. And I'm sorry if it makes me sad to think about how YouTube, in many sectors, including this one, are playing a big part on the demise of this country. Now, some would say, damn, Dan, you taking it too big. No, I'm not. What's the biggest things we fighting right now again? Racism? Misogyny? Some of the biggest things we fighting. Biggest things going on. And just like how they do to us on the news and shit, everybody on here lying to y'all, and we feeding it, we eating it, we believing it, we're spreading it, we're sharing it, we're passing it on. The lie. The lie. The lie. Abortions was made for black women because they were doing it for black women. But yeah, they were saying this is our head saying this. But that's funny because we damn sure couldn't get one. Nobody could barely get one. But if you think we could have got one back in the day. You ever looked at the communities of where they're based at? Where they put them at? They ain't in my neighborhood. Ain't one in my neighborhood. Ain't never been one in my neighborhood. But they in some neighborhoods I don't even get allowed to be in. But I still didn't judge nobody. But everybody judging me. Oh, they said this. Oh, I didn't know monkey means bad to black people. Oh, I had no idea if I talk about their lips that meant something. Then why were you doing it? Why did it even come to your mind? What did we do to this world so bad? And they'll say, oh, well, black people killing each other. Do Black Lives Matter to black people? But like I said, how come you don't go back to when we wasn't doing anything to anybody and they were lynching, hanging, beating, raping us daily? Did you know in Georgia they got a whole town that is buried, is a beach now, and it's buried with black people that they want to get rid of? Do you know the story of Rosewood? But nobody had nothing to say when we weren't doing nothing. When we would have dared to do nothing. But I am not my ancestor, and you better fucking know it. I'm tired. I'm tired of being the blame. And I'm tired of being used like a little yo-yo puppet when you want to make an example of something. Because see, I'm proud to be black. Never going to be ashamed. And I don't think all white people are bad. I don't think all Mexicans are bad. I don't think all or nothing is nothing. I think it's bad black people, bad white people, bad Mexicans, bad Japanese people, bad Chinese people, bad every race. And I think it's good in every race. And I think that the white people who are standing are not their ancestors either. I'm not lumping us all in one box. Stop lumping me in one. Stop lumping me in one. Hey, you really want to fight racism? Stop fucking with these people who racist. Stop fucking with these people who want to sit and down somebody only because of their race. Stop. Stop giving them leeway. Stop giving them energy. Stop stating their name, because every time you state their name, you open the door for somebody to go look them up. And since everybody fighting so unfair, all it's going to do is make people have to take sides. That's how you know this fight is unfair, because wrong is wrong and right is right. But all this, I got to take a side. I thought we were taking a side of what's right. I'm taking the side of I don't stand for racism, period. End the conversation. That's the only side I'm taking. That means if somebody start disrespecting Mexicans, I'm standing. If somebody start disrespecting Asians, I'm standing. If somebody start disrespecting whites, I'm standing. But like I said, on here, it's like, ooh wee. That's why even when I was talking to my son, it just hit me. Not him. It hit me how this is just an example of what goes on here. Is that I can't see what I did because I'm too busy telling you what somebody else did. And all I want you to say is they're wrong. And I'm right. And I'm justified in my wrong. Sorry, Danny's not saying that. I'm not even saying that to my kids. I'm not. Because I'm not sending them off. I am not preparing them to fight in a way that they're never going to win fighting. No. Mm. Yeah. But, like I said, in my live earlier this morning, it just reminds you how you fought wrong for so long and you taught your kids to fight so wrong. That just like myself, they can't even see they fighting wrong. And that the biggest person they hurting is they self. Next to hurting me. But they can hurt me and I'll be fine. When they hurt themselves, I won't be fine. I won't. Because I know in the way things should go, I should go first. And I hate to leave them in this world and think that telling them fight and fear is how they gonna make it. So I'm here to show them. I'm here to show them. And until the day I stop breathing, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna stand in, and that's what I'm gonna stand for. And if you ever want to know what team I'm on team What's Right. I'm on a team Danny Do Better. I'm on a team for the underdogs. I'm on a team to prove that no matter what you say, you will never be able to say we all are one, because I'm going to show you something different. And please know that I don't stand alone in my race and being like this. Until the day I stop breathing, I'm going to try to use love to navigate me through life. Because hate has had me on the same road. for 42 years. And in that hate, I've hated different people. I hated my own father. In that hate, I've hated different things. I hated my own self. So when I tell you I'm just really trying to do something better, I am, and it's hard. And it's days like today when you just think like, man, it's not getting no better nowhere. And matter of fact, the more you try to get a little better, the more you're reminded that it's a lot worse. Like I said, I watched on Christmas Day. But nothing shocked me like when we had the Uvalde. I mean, shit, we had the subway shooting. I didn't even really hear many people tell you anything. We had the shooting in the grocery store. I didn't even hear no content creators really talking about it. And a part of me thought, is it because those were all blacks? But when we lost those babies, and people still was on here kicking up dust. I mean, all over YouTube, just dust. Oh, it made me feel so hopeless. I got on live the other day. I was heading out south, and I got on, and I heard Siwa crying. I said, I'm so tired of hearing people crying, and you can hear they crying from their gut. They crying from their soul. I'm so tired of that. The pain. There's so much pain out here. It's so much. Like I said, some days you feel hopeless. You feel like, why are you gonna bother fighting in the way? This ain't gonna work. But like I told you, difference between me and most of them, I'm admit I fought unfair. I fought wrong. I fought bogus. You know, I've destroyed. I done that. I done ran up in people's house and beat the brakes. I done that. I done that. I done fought my siblings. But I wouldn't dare fight with my siblings now. I need them. They are a part of me. So like I said, I just say here today, like, oh my goodness, y'all. Let me see what you're saying. I gotta put on Look to You because that song encourages me. Oh yeah. You get trash. I unsubscribe instantly. Right, and that be killing me. If I said it with a hard R, if I said it with an A, if I said it, you know what I'm saying? If I said it under my breath. Let me tell you something. Here go a fact. Here go a fact. When white people really use it to be racist, the reason that I don't let it empower me too bad, even though I'm not going to allow it, listen to me closely, but the only reason I don't let me take me down and take me to a place is because I think that's all you had. That's all you had on me. You couldn't think of nothing else. And that's all you had. You like the dude who you get into it when suddenly I'm a hoe. That's all you had. So you didn't have nothing. So that's how I feel about it. But when it bothers me the most is when I'm looking at mine on here. When I'm looking at mine on the book, getting into it, and they all on that. I bust your but say what? Say what? And it's always some white person in the background. Well, they're black. They have a right. Don't tell them not to. Well, I'm black. I'm here to tell you, stop degrading each other. Stop giving the man a reason to have something to use against you later. Stop saying when I get mad, this is what we call each other. So, but people always ask kids, they said it. I grew up with white people, with black people, and they all said it was okay. I said it in my rap music. When you say it in your rap music, are you directing it to somebody? Hmm. 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 It's all these excuses. Oh, I got two. But first of all, if you count your black friends, then something wrong with you. Just say I got friends. Because trust me, Danny got white friends, Hispanic friends. Danny got Asian friends. Really people I mess with. Love them. In person, in real life. Spent nights with them, hung out with them, broke bread with them. That's not how I'm describing it to you. I'm not going to say, oh, and my white friend, Pop-Tarts. No, I'm not. I'm saying my friend Pop-Tarts. And then when you gonna learn they white? When one day you see a picture of us. When one day I bring them around, say, hey, this Pop Tart. And it'll be yo thinking in the box, not outside the box ass. That'll be saying, I never had an idea her friend that close to her was white. Because you'll be thinking like that. I won't. You won't walk up and show me, oh my God, their husband's black. I would have never imagined. I wasn't thinking about what your husband's race was. So I never would have imagined what he was. I wouldn't have. That's not me. I'm not here to tell y'all, you know what? I've been in white people's house and we had a good time. So I ain't no racist. But see, my race ain't gonna call me a racist. They gonna call me a sellout. I ain't never sold out because I ain't never been for sale. I ain't never sold out because I never forget where I come from. I ain't never sold out because I ain't never worried about validating myself by your race. I'm not one of those black people who say you talk white because who gave them the best English? I'm not one of those white black people who say, oh, he sound like he talk like he from the hood. What hood? Just like I told you, ghetto. I don't even say ghetto because ghetto was made when they had the camps for the Jewish. And it represented, the word meant death. They were ghettos. They were death camps. They were camps where they would come through and kill. They were death. They meant death. They meant death. They meant death. So every time somebody say they ghetto, they mean they ready to die. They mean that their spirits are dead. Something's dead. They're killing something in them ghettos. And so I decided I took that word. But I said, I'm ghetto. Ghetto? Yeah, we ghetto around here. I know more. I know better. I do better. And I don't give a damn who's still doing it. Because what they eat won't make me shit. When they tired, I won't go to sleep. When they cry, I won't wipe my eyes. But I'm telling you what I will do. What I don't do no more. No, I ain't ghetto. That ain't no sign of cool. And I hear everybody doing. Like I said, I just heard Christiane about a week ago saying on the chat with Jen, Christy Marie, whatever her name, I don't know. Don't really care right now because I'm not here for perfect naming. But I just heard her say she brought her ghetto side out because she was saying a word all broken up. She said her ghetto side. I just about want to come in the comments and say, and what exactly is a ghetto to you? It's the place where people talk broken English. Because somebody once said it was supposed to be a place where all the people in there had the same education, the same financial standings. You understand me? But here's the thing about it. Most of the places where we call it ghetto, they don't have the same education. They don't all have the same financial standings. And if that's the case, is every trailer park a ghetto too? Is every project over in Chinatown or in neighborhoods where the Asians are, is that a ghetto too? Or does it only belong to the blacks? Because we ain't even the ones who started the word. And then it'd be somebody saying, I didn't know that. Well, you know what? Don't speak on shit if you don't know all about it. Don't. It's definitely don't be using the words you don't know where it come from. Because you could just be putting death on your whole neighborhood, your whole family, your own name, and then wondering how you ended up there. Because you was sitting around saying it your whole life. I don't be black no matter how I speak, where I go, and what I do. I can be the president of the world. And you know what? And they showed us with our president. You know what you're still going to always be? A black man. So now we could have been $1 trillion in debt when you came in. To this day, they're going to blame all the debt on Obama. Say we was already in there. How do we put me further? But you want to know why I voted for Obama for president? Same reason I voted for him for senator. Because the first time in my life when he was running for senator, I actually seen a politician walking down the street. getting to know the people, telling them to register, explaining them how important it was for them to vote in the primaries, and explaining things, and actually giving community, and actually shaking hands, and actually standing outside with those kids and talking to them. You know what? I ain't seen a politician do that in so long. I haven't seen him really give a flying fuck about us. And he gave me the closest to Kennedy vibes I had ever felt in my life. And he was just running for senator then. And it had nothing to do with the color of his skin, but it had everything to do with the content of his character. And it was truly that. But once again, he reminded us, even being president, he was still a black man. They still made things in actual big time papers, all in New York and everywhere else, of him like he was a monkey. And they got away with it. I don't care if you like him, if you don't like him. I'm just saying, was that because he was black? But didn't you like? And if you didn't like him as a president, that's fine. There's several I didn't like. I could name you about 3 I liked. But what you're never gonna catch me walking around calling them is racial slurs, this and that, this and that. I mean, we had a whole president grabbing people's crotch, and it was okay. I don't care what's going on with that part of it. I care of the effects that happen to the world and to the people. Like I said, I done sat here and talked about all the things you try to avoid even holding conversations about on here. Because you don't get resolved, you get into a fight. You get hate. You get anger. It's just one of them days, y'all. I feel like, what's her name? Monica. It's just one of those days. I accept everyone everywhere. And I don't have respect for anybody who don't have respect for anybody. It's that simple. I don't care what race you be mad. Be my damn kid. I cannot sit in that. I will not sit in that hate no more. Because I ain't going to tell you I ain't never sat in it, because I'd be lying. And that's what most people want to do. They want to lie to you. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to get approval. I'm here to come from my heart and let you know that one of the reasons I can honestly stand 10 toes down and saying I did it, because I've done it before. I've been there, done that. I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and I fear no fucking evil. I'm telling you, know why I can come up in any place and really just kick it. I don't need to come up in there and throw out my certification. I don't need to come out here and tote guns for y'all so you can know it's fact. I don't need to do none of that. But I was built in this pain to be able to go anywhere. Like when I want change, you think I make the change sitting up in the suburbs telling them about the gun violence? No, I got to make the change going right into the heart of where it's at. With my head up and not afraid. But also knowing how to respect and move in there. And that's how I do through here. It's easy next to the streets. And when I say the streets, I mean the suburbs, the streets. See what y'all saying. You know what? I keep saying I'm about to play that song. I'm about to put it in my ear right now. That's right, Harmony. Hey, Harmony. Hey, Tina. Can I speak to my sis? That's right. All of nothing is one way. I promise you that all of nothing is gonna be one way. That's why people, all them white people, all white people say the N-word. No, they don't. No, they don't. Let me tell you something. Some of them are so against it, they don't care if you black and brown. They're gonna tell you, don't say that word. Stop saying that word. That's not a nice word. Stop telling yourself that lie. People tell themselves that so they can justify degrading a whole race whenever they diss, you know what I mean, the ones who are wrong. So they justify it by saying, oh, they all say it. They all at home just saying it, they sing it. When they pray, they singing the words. You know? No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. Bye, bye. Beep, 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 meet, meet, and beep, beep. Bubba, Bubba, I need you to get you some friends and some business, and I need you to go mind it, okay? And I need you to go mind it good. Ooh, he back. Look, y'all, I told him to go mind his business. He walked from this side of me to this side of me. He said, hold on, you are my business. I don't want to play good. I don't want to play, but I give you a good rub. There you go. Oh, yeah, you deserve it. You deserve a good rub. But hold on, I'm about to listen to my song about Whitney Houston because I look to you. Oh, no, I knew that was going to happen. See, because he's such a rub slut. You can't rub him just a little bit because then he's going to get all on you. He'll get on your lap. He'll get on your lap like he's light. Ugh. This is the song, y'all, I'm encouraging off of today. Is Look to You by Whitney Houston. Man, that's how I felt. Lost without a cause. After giving him my And to all my people in here that done fought, whether it's you fought to get somebody off of drugs, you fought through an illness, you fought through life, you fought for justice, you fought for rights, you fighting about this, you know what I mean? You fought, because there's some people that are older, and some of the things that we had and that were passed for us and laws, they fought for that, they marched for that. Some of these people sitting in the chat, they marched for that. They lived through that. And we forgetting all the fighters. Every time I think about being, and when I was, stop. That's enough. Every time I think about it, I told him stop. He got all under my legs. Stop. Get you way too much to be under my legs. Anyway, y'all. When I think about just like I said, I told you I used to watch Rosewood or any of those movies, and I watch all those movies, and I'd be angry. And I mean, if somebody white looked at me, I was ready to go. I was throwing the fist in the air, but didn't even understand the fist in the air. Didn't understand that somebody was trying to give me a right, and I understand it because they were trying to take it from me. So now I stand with my chest in the air. I stand with my head up. And I say, no matter what you think of me, I'm going to show you where I come from. I come from a people who were enslaved. And then later on, when they went to religion, people told them, you learn to pray for your master. So then we couldn't even have religion. I come from a race where we don't even know where is it we came from. Everybody, I'm from Ireland. Oh, I'm from here. I'm from here. Where are we from? Because I was snatched from here and from there. And you talk about them kids with no adoption paper, they left me with none. I come from a place where I was building and picking and helping my country. And you know what? That same country, on the 4th of July, I stand up and celebrate with this same country. I got in the military, that same military, my same country was killing my brothers in there. Didn't even want me to fight with you. But you know what? I still don't hate you. I still don't hate you. So when you dog in my race, remember, just like you so-called stand and march with us, we march with you. You lose your kids, and we fight with you. We stand up for you. And trust me, when you come into our neighborhood, you just become not one of us in black or poor or trash, but just one of us, because we became a community. We are a village. I don't think you come to my neighborhood, it got better. So don't think I came to yours and made it worse. So yeah, I'm I'm not here to be on no racist fight. Not be a racist and divide. Or, sometimes when we talk racism, we think it's only black and white. That's just how American we are. But you see what we doing to Hispanics. Every one of them, people done made they need a green card. Every one of them is illegal up here. Come on, y'all. Oh, look what came on next. Look what came on after I looked to you. Michael Jackson. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. It's gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. Come on, Michael. Tell them what you about to do. Oh, he about to turn the color up. His favorite winter coat. His favorite winter coat. It's like, what made him throw that in there, Mike? On the street. Come on, don't y'all see the starvation through our country? Do y'all see the homeless? Do y'all see the the people with mental health problems all around with no medication? Do you all see what the medical situation is for all of us? Do y'all see education? What's going on with that? Do you see it? That's the fight. That's the fight. The fight is every day how I come on here and all I do is hear a story of another woman who is just like me. And they different races, with different ages. We come from different places, but we crying the same cry. I'm a woman. So when I'm done, listen, some of us are double minorities. I'm black and a woman. But notice there's a woman in that. That's a minority. So know that. Some of us are double minority. But you better know a woman is one of those minorities we name her. And as a minority, we should never be dogging anybody. Because when they gave us a label as a minority, they put us down somewhere. They put us under somebody. You have a 3:30 appointment? You have a doctor's appointment today? Could have been Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm good to come squinting and getting the end of the conversation. I have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, get to your meeting. Get into your meeting because it's 3:30 your time now, isn't it? Get to that meeting. Get yourself in that meeting. Love you, sis. For many decades. That's right, Marianne. Some people have watched, they fought. Y'all want to know what I liked about oh my goodness, I cannot think of his name right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why can I not think of his name? But he was running for president. Oh, what is his name? Y'all know Bernie. The reason I love Bernie is because when you look him up and you look at some of the biggest marches we had in Chicago, he literally was there. Hold on one second. Civil rights movement. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hey guys, I have to end this and I'm gonna have to come back later because I'm gonna have you all on hold forever. This is not gonna stop no time soon. All right, guys, I'll get back to you later. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.